gentlemen, the Justitia Award Statesman of the Year goes to President Ian Khama. Master of Ceremonies, founder of the Cinema for Peace Foundation, President of the ICC, Honorable Ministers, fellow honorees, distinguished guests. My brother who comes from South Sudan has left me in great suspense when he made reference to his knowing a lady who has the most beautiful lips without pointing out who that person would be. But I can understand his difficulties because I think he did have someone in mind. But when you look around some of the tables here this evening, there are so many ladies who could fall into that category. So don't say anything about that. Allow me at the outset to say how humbled I am to be nominated for this award by the Cinema for Peace Foundation. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the others distinguished recipients of this award. I wish to accept this award on behalf of the many men, women, and children who have suffered injustice and the many who continue to suffer as victims of serious crimes and crimes against humanity. They should be remembered as we all, on their behalf, search for justice and an end to a culture of impunity and unmitigated violence. Those of us who have the good fortune not to be victims have a calling to hold their tormentors accountable and must be constantly bothered by our conscience not to remain silent. This should be a promise and a commitment to humanity that the struggle in this regard will and should continue. I also accept this award because as a nation, we firmly believe in the virtues of social harmony, democracy, good governance, respect for human dignity, and the rule of law. These attributes are our most valuable assets. We believe that where there is a common will to live in peace and harmony, there will always be a way to reconcile any differences. It is my strong conviction and that of my compatriots in Botswana that justice has no color, nationality, class, nor level of education. Justice has none of these. It cannot or should not be given a limited identity. This is why Botswana can speak with a strong voice, because it is not our voice alone. We are amplifying the voices of many, including some governments who agree with us, but regrettably choose silence because they feel it is not politically correct to speak publicly against leaders who have committed the most serious crimes against their people. Our voice is only a manifestation and an expression of the collective conscience of humanity. It is an inherent quality of most human beings to be just, to be fair, and to be caring. It is for this reason that those of us with that quality must be outraged and demonstrate indignation when we witness or receive reports of murder, rape, and other crimes committed against humanity, carried out by and on behalf of leaders and regimes who only have their own self-interest at heart, who only seek to rule for power and greed, and corruptly manipulate to do so for decade upon decade, all for personal gain and without any regard for their fellow citizens. Therefore, may I take this opportunity to sincerely commend the Cinema for Peace Foundation for the extremely valuable work it has done and it continues to do in raising awareness internationally about the victims of impunity and crimes against humanity. The Foundation has to date successfully drawn the attention of the world community to some of the most pressing problems in this regard of our time. It has been particularly effective in making the world appreciate the gravity of some of the most heinous crimes committed against innocent civilians, vulnerable groups, and especially children. Distinguished guests, let me conclude by thanking the Foundation for partnering with the International Criminal Court to promote the noble work of this court. The ICC needs the support of governments, organizations like yours, and citizens of the world to ensure that it is able to deliver on its mandate to the true meaning and spirit of its statute. The Cinema for Peace Foundation must continue this partnership in its mission, which is important in translating the dreams, hopes, and aspirations of people for more justice and peace, and to rid the world, by trial and deterrent, of those leaders and regimes who thrive on selfish agendas at the expense of everyone else in their states. These leaders and regimes who don't care for people who look up to them for upliftment in their own lives, but only experience ruin and neglect in return. I once again appreciate your dedication to encourage good in our world, and I thank you once more for this award. Let me take this opportunity, as it is this time of the year, to wish you all a happy Christmas and a peaceful and prosperous New Year. I thank you for your attention.